So, in case you missed the enormous news yesterday, regulators are proposing to get the hell out of the way and let companies deploy autonomous, driverless, steering wheelless, pedal-less vehicles on roads in the United States, treating them like adults under a system in which they could deploy the vehicles and then they would have the responsibility to self-report safety data. Amazing stuff. And it just so happens that the official Tesla account on X posted this, quote, "A robotaxi future is closer than you probably think." A fact check, probably not true in my case. My longer term estimate back in 2021 when I first published my Tesla valuation model was first Tesla robotaxis began operating late 24. I'm obviously going to be off. It's only a few days left. The question is, how many months off was that estimate? And trolling aside, although that is a true statement regarding the valuation model, the official Tesla account does have a point. I don't think many people are ready for Tesla's robotaxi fleet to awaken. Remember, they've already got millions of vehicles on roads that, with an over-the-air software update, can begin operating autonomously. This is in addition to the fact that they will be ramping up a dedicated two-seater cybercab vehicle as well. Today, Elon Musk said, "If you haven't tried the latest Tesla self-driving, you are missing out. It will blow your mind how good it is. Pure magic." And then there's this. On screen now, a Waymo vehicle, which all the experts will say is well ahead of Tesla in terms of autonomy. Plus, they're smart and they're also using LiDAR, which every autonomous vehicle needs to be able to see. Wait, what are we looking at here? It appears to have not only ignored the clear markers of roadworks, it appears to have taken a short trip, a little bit of a drive through some wet cement. Now, in case you guys don't know, LiDAR can't tell the fucking difference between a plastic bag and a piece of steel. And a Waymo vehicle, as I've said many times in the past, as long as nothing changes in its local environment, things tend to operate fairly smoothly. But what these vehicles are doing at the end of the day is essentially a glorified party trick. They pre-map the entire area ahead of time, down to the square inch, in fact fractions of an inch, to the best of my understanding. And then the vehicles, assuming nothing in the environment has changed, it uses LiDAR to bounce signals off shit and go, "Oh yeah, that's still there, that's over there, okay, everything's fine." So at this point in time, we see a perfect example of what happens when something changes. The vehicle is brain dead. It's not intelligent. And so clearly marked roadworks, wet cement, don't register. "Oh, I could drive here. The road's still there. Everything's fine. Yeah, that's where I drive normally. Nothing's changed here. I'm going to just drive straight the fuck through it." God damn, it's an ugly fucking car too. Look at all that shit. Anyway, so my point here, it's a lot less likely you would see a Tesla vehicle running the latest version of FSD do this, because the latest version of Tesla's FSD has been trained on countless examples of human drivers, real video examples of excellent human drivers driving in the real world, and will have been trained in situations like this to recognize, hey, don't drive here, roadworks going on. And in case you think I'm talking out of my ass and Tesla's supposed FSD software is no better than Waymo, no form of intelligence, just wanted to share this. FSD 13, we're quoting from X right now, stopped for a school bus. It waited till the stop sign folded in and then proceeded forward. Pretty impressive stuff. And of note, someone responded to this very post saying, "Had it do that for me as well." So let's watch this short clip. As we can see, stoplight flashing, school bus, lights going. Vehicle on FSD 13 comes to a complete stop and waits for the school bus. Now, do you think a Waymo vehicle using LiDAR can even read a fucking stop sign flashing on a bus? The answer to that would be no. I mean, it's going to drive through wet cement and ignore roadworks. You really think it's going to know how to handle this situation? And now we go. See, look, the stop sign's gone and off it goes. This is incredible stuff. It's real world AI, real world intelligence, vision. It's seeing the real world. It knows what to do. This is completely different from one of these butt-ass, ugly, potential death machines on wheels, assuming nothing changes, everything's fine, but something does change and you have dumb shit like this. Yet still, most of the so-called experts think that Waymo is light years ahead of Tesla when it comes to autonomy, and they do not understand the distinction between what Tesla's doing and what Waymo's doing. But with the remarkably positive news yesterday, regulators intend on getting the fuck out of the way. That is going to, no pun intended here, pave the way for Tesla to dramatically overtake companies like Waymo in the blink of an eye much sooner than people realize. Now we're going to watch a very short clip from a Tesla bull a few days ago. Just for context, this was before the announcement of the massive getting the fuck out of the way from regulators regarding autonomy, just to be fair. Just let me know in the comments below if you notice any possible hints of skepticism around Tesla, autonomy, robotaxis, especially the timing of the rollout in this next clip.
Dan joins us now with quite a punchy price target. Dan, good morning. It's good to see you.
Great to be here.
Vijay Rakesh of Mizuho doing something similar this morning. He makes a different point, though, and I'd love your thoughts on this. He says the new administration's policies, repealing the consumer EV tax credit, positions Tesla better than lower EV cost structure relative to peers. How important is that piece of the puzzle?
Well, I think that's important because, again, negative for the EV industry, positive for Tesla in terms of the scale and scope. But if you look as they sort of do the sweep the leg on the EV tax credits, that's just going to give Tesla more and more of an advantage. But let's just be clear, that's the appetizer. I mean, the main event here, what we are focused on, the gold at the end of the rainbow, it's autonomous, the AI future. And I think that's where the light bulbs went off, because if you look at the Trump-Musk bromance, and as this all plays out, this is really going to be, I think, it's a poker move that I think will really be the bet for the ages.
So Dan, with some of his catchphrases, I just again wanted to emphasize, in case some of you guys don't know or never pay attention, right? Dan Ives, regarding Tesla. He does not own Tesla stock. His family does not own Tesla stock. And he does not work at a firm that has a stake of more than 1% of its assets in Tesla stock. I'm just putting that out there. Make of it what you will. Just for the record, personally, were I an analyst covering Tesla stock and I wasn't able to own the stock, or even just chose not to keep up appearances, and I'd really assessed the company, I'd take a year of my salary, quit, have invested that all in Tesla immediately after resigning, and ride off into the fucking sunset. Confident that I'd massively out-earn my $500,000 a year salary as an analyst in Tesla appreciation year after year indefinitely.
It's a poker move that I think will really be the bet for the ages when you look at Musk bet on Trump.
The vibes are good, and it's hard to fight against them. I just got a message from a Bloomberg subscriber. I won't mention their name. I believe you know the individual, and we can talk about that in the commercial break. And this is what they say. Tesla has increased since the election by something like 700 billion in market cap, now 1.5 trillion. The business is not growing and hasn't in 2 years. Despite the hopes for full self-driving, it still doesn't work.
Surely this isn't a message from Gordon, right?
So less regulation doesn't help it work. It's up another GM in market cap this morning, or better, the market cap of Waymo, which actually has working robotaxis. My prediction for 25 is Tesla will lose over $1 trillion in market cap. What would you say back to that individual?
I'd say if that person was an NFL scout, they're probably negative on Tom Brady, come out of the 2000 draft, come out of Michigan. I mean, the point is look, despite all the Super Bowls, look, if you look, the Bears, they can't see AI in the spreadsheets. So when they're sitting there in hibernation.
Bro, is it just me? Is he borrowing my material? By the way, I'm all for it. It's probably a coincidence, right? But man, I love to hear that. He's just trolling now. They can't see AI in the spreadsheet. It's true. This is amazing to hear. Let me know in the comments below. Is it a coincidence or not?
Mode, they don't understand this move. Autonomous is worth $1 trillion valuation to the Tesla story, and I believe now, as this all plays out, it's really just the start. I continue to view this as probably the best pure AI play out there.
So I guess if you want to build on that, it might be that this person isn't looking necessarily at the same kind of $1 trillion addition to the market cap. But then if you spin that the other way, why isn't this promise also lifting the stocks of, say, GM, which, yes, got out of the...
Is this a real question? You know, I'm so confused with these guys and girls. It's like half the time I don't actually know if they're asking the question because they don't know the answer, or they just want to get the analyst talking. Wow.
Possibility of robotaxis on its homegrown turf, but is partnering with others to do the same thing and isn't being valued at all in that increase.
And I'd argue you look at Alphabet. I mean, Waymo, a big thing that we've talked about with Alphabet, the reason it's a table pounder, some of the parts, Waymo is going to be a huge benefit for them too when it comes to autonomous. But look, this is being led by Musk and Tesla. In the Mount Rushmore, they are going to continue to own this because you have 7 million vehicles out there going to 10 million. You look at GM in terms of the Cruise, that's a black eye situation. I ultimately think down the road, they could OEM technology from Tesla when it comes to autonomous and full self-driving.
And there we fucking have it, guys. Dan Ives just saying, without directly saying it, companies like GM in the future likely to license Tesla's FSD software, and that's their only chance of survival. He's right. If only I'd thought of that. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no, I did. That's right. It was in my valuation model back in 2021. My early Patreon subscribers, go fact check me now. There's a FSD licensing has been in the model since I first published it back in 21. But hey, it's only taken the analysts, a bit over 3 years to catch up. Better late than never.
That's why, you look at this beltway, the difference now is that Musk went from sort of the enemy to now he's going to have a game. It's a game changer relative to the federal regulatory landscape that I think Musk could help change.
Just to crystallize what you're talking about, some people say he invested $277 million in Donald Trump's campaign, and he gained his net worth $200 billion in the process. It seems.
Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. She's retarded. I just have to say it. She's fucking retarded. Left-hearted. Typical of the mainstream media, right? Suggesting that Musk endorsed Donald Trump, campaigned, contributed specifically for self-enrichment, as opposed to feeling like he needed to intervene because the US was on a horrible trajectory. Can you just imagine Kamala Harris was actually elected president? Holy fuck, dude. The world would be dramatically less safe. Economy would be imploding. She's just not fit to lead. Such an NPC comment. I just don't know what else to say. Just a quick side note. Do you really think that even if Elon was self-interested and he'd endorsed, do you really think that there's a high probability that endorsing Donald Trump, which by the way was a huge risk, may not have played out? Do you really think that was worth $1 trillion of Tesla's market cap? And do you think that Musk would have predicted that ahead of time? Come on. What an asshat. Never mind the obvious fact that a massive or even a minor increase in Elon Musk's on-paper net worth will not change his current lifestyle. The guy's a massive workaholic, and when he's not working like a psychopath, he's playing video games like a psychopath, probably on hardcore mode because he's built different. And in between that, he posts a shit ton on X. He's not a media NPC trying to get further ahead. It doesn't make a fucking difference to his lifestyle. So how does this even make sense? Oh wait, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Idiots.
Seems like a pretty good financial trade. There is a larger question here about FSD, and this question of, are we better off with a market leader because of a status, not only just simply because of their technology? To the writer's point, there have been pitfalls in the full self-driving technology for Tesla. There have been accidents. There have been some real questions around whether it's ready to go. How much does it make the system more fragile to roll it out at a time where there is one entity with such favor?
Yeah, sure. And I think, again, this is going to be rolled out in a staged process. And our whole view is just, when you look at now the new landscape, it's going to give Tesla a much greener pasture when it comes to autonomous over the coming years. And I ultimately believe Cybercab, is that what we talk about Robotaxi today? This is going to accelerate that vision and make it real. And Lisa, I think the other thing is that when you look at Optimus and you look at robotics, as we've talked about in the show, that's not even factored in from a valuation perspective. I continue to view overall, in this AI party, it was 9 p.m., but now it's 10 p.m. The party goes to 4 a.m.
I'm usually in bed by then.
But party goes to 4 a.m. And
Just for
now,
the record.
behind those velvet ropes, now you let software in. Benioff, let him in. You have other software players coming in. Others are going to get on the party, but it just goes back to where I believe we are going in 2025.
All right, but to bring back up the point of the Debbie Downer viewer that's writing in about what you have to say, you're really talking about a vibe. But where is the technology right now? How?
I mean, bro, am I about to drop my third R bomb in a single video? Who are these people, bro? Is this a real... Dude, I can't deal with this, man. Clearly, these people are either being told through the earpiece what questions to ask, just complete empty vessels, or utterly ill-informed, to put it lightly. At this point, there have to be at least 10,000, probably many more, videos that people have posted on YouTube, on X, showing off the technology, its capabilities. They're not hard to find. I'm speechless. Like, is this real life? Are these real people? Are these real questions? We're going to rewind a second and just listen. What did she ask? I mean, bro.
25.
All right, but to bring back up the point of the Debbie Downer viewer that's writing in about what you have to say, you're really talking about a vibe. But where is the technology right now? How much longer do we need to wait for this type of technology?
I think...
A vibe? What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I mean, look, how hard is it to search FSD on X? Seriously, how many... Bro, this is doing my head in, man. Absolutely doing my head in. I could do this for fucking days, bro. There's so much content out here with these demo drives. And the second part of the question is there, beyond, it's just the vibe. How much longer? Let's see here. We don't know. But what we do know is there are videos showing people today driving intervention-free. Great one the other day from New York City, like in Manhattan, right? Peak hour, in the evening, intervention-free drive. Tough conditions, difficult city, super congested, peak hour. It's so demeaning and insulting to suggest that this is just a vibe. There are no doubt literally years worth of video content demonstrating this software today, operating across different cities throughout the United States, showing what it can do. One need only engage their brain. I mean, look, seriously, how much of a logical challenge is it for somebody to watch a video, let's say of a vehicle in a city, where somebody puts in the destination, it starts in a driveway, and it drives to the destination, and they don't touch anything? How much more of a logical leap is it to see that happen and go, So that was an example of an intervention-free drive. That was fully autonomous, that entire drive from end to end. So probably can't be that much longer until these are doing those exact things in a few pockets of the US, right? Because we just watched a fucking video of that thing happening. Jesus Christ, dude.
I think a year from now, we're talking about when it comes to autonomous and it comes to FSD, when you think about where we need to get the FSD penetration above 50%, I think a year from now, we'll be there. And I think a big blockade here has been the regulatory spiderweb in the Beltway. Look, as we would say,
the spiderweb won't matter if the technology is not there.
Holy shit, this is hard. That's what she said. This is killing me. The technology is there. We're seeing examples of these things driving intervention free. Tesla has not yet sought regulatory approval. They've not yet asked permission. We don't need that to look at the actual drives that people are doing today in FSD to see its capabilities and, quote, the technology and where it's at. Spoiler alert, it's there. This is bonkers, dude. Now, obviously, this extreme brain damage and bias against Tesla and being super negative and being total twats has nothing to do with the fact that automotive companies spend hundreds of millions of dollars, in fact, cumulatively billions of dollars a year advertising predominantly on television, predominantly on networks like Bloomberg. That's a coincidence. But I am just wanting to point out something. These two people on the panel are stupid. The level of potato is truly unfathomable. It's like there's got to be a magic moment where Tesla, who already have software that can do this, approach a regulator and say, can we please get this approved in XYZ city? As soon as the regulator says it's approved, suddenly all these dimwits who are saying, oh, where's the technology? Suddenly they go, oh, yeah, Tesla's got autonomous vehicles now. Wow, just like that. Press of a button, bam. Suddenly they're capable of autonomy now where they weren't yesterday or 3 weeks ago or a month ago or a quarter ago. Morons. There are videos, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos of Tesla vehicles doing intervention-free drives throughout the United States today. But Tesla has not yet sought regulatory approval. But you don't need Tesla to sort regulatory approval to see the fucking videos of the software doing an intervention-free drive and go, oh, look, proof of concept. It just did an intervention-free drive. Must be soon. Idiots.
I believe the technology has advanced significantly. If you look right now, if you look at V13, you look at what they've been able to do. But look, haters continue to hate.
Don't look at me.
No, look, and the point is like they hated 100 billion, right? Hated 500 billion, despised it $1 trillion. At $2 trillion, they'll be yelling from the mountaintops. But it goes back to just like in broader big tech, this AI revolution is here. It's a 1996 moment, but it's not a 1999 bubble moment. And Musk and Tesla are going to play a huge role in terms of what we see the autonomy.
There's another name I want to squeeze in before you go.
Well, I don't give a fuck about whatever that other name was. Dude, what an incredible, wow. No, look, I shouldn't be too hard on these morons, but they are morons. There's a sense of active hostility and disdain for Tesla coming from these dimwits on Bloomberg. It's just odd. I mean, it's not actually odd. Auto companies spend all the money, so they know who butters their bread. But anyway, it's really embarrassing, though. These people speaking from a position of authority, dressed well, hair, makeup, in the finance media, on the television, talking about Tesla, suggesting that, Elon endorses Trump for selfish reasons, for personal financial gain, and then obnoxiously claiming, almost insultingly to Dan, that autonomy is just a vibe, e.g. there's no proof at all that the software has any capabilities at all, and therefore anyone who believes it's possibly soon is just deluded or just feelings-based. Is it any wonder the media is dying? Anyway, I very much look forward to seeing the conversations 12 months from now. Will the first Tesla Robotaxis be operating? And will the media NPCs be on to their next fuddy point? Oh, well, everyone else is about to catch up anyway, so the competition's coming for autonomy this time, right? Idiots. Want more content? Early access? A bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. Just got my AG1 in the mail. Legit feeling the effects after day 3. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, or I can keep going. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more? Don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. And look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.